searching for gaming knowledge comes the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind, Critical. Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here. Today I'm bringing you a build guide on my Pack Alpha build. Alright, so basically it's a Beastmaster. Now, the reason I say the Pack Alpha is because it's all about the pack, meaning it's all about my minions, my pets. They do most of the damage in this build. I can do decent damage, but let's just be honest. If I don't have an animal next to me, I'm gonna die. That's how I built this. So I'm not self-sufficient. All right, let's start with the passives first. It's always about the passives. It's all about it. I didn't go anywhere into Shaman. There are a couple nodes that would be useful. Ancient Stones is actually a pretty nice one. And there's a lot of totems. I think if I was gonna push this to 100, I'd start putting some points into the ones where totems are active, and you'll see why in a little bit. So, in the Beastmaster tree, the first thing I took was Eternal Hunters. It gives me 70 health and grants your minions 50% increased health. So it gives me more health, but gives my minions a hell of a lot more health, which is nice. Primal Medicine. I cannot stress this enough. If you are running a pet build and you're counting on your pets being your damage and meat shields, this one node is so powerful. I drink my potion to heal me, and my minions get 500% of the amount that it heals you. So that means I drink it, it gives me, let's say, 100. It's going to give them 500 hit points back. Primo. Now, I want my pets to be somewhat self-sufficient. So Aspect of Lamprey. I don't speak French. I don't know. You and your minions leech 15% of melee damage's health. This is awesome, okay? Especially since I took another node that speeds up their attack speed. They're hitting faster, more often, more damage, and they're leeching 15% of that melee damage as health. I don't have to buff my pets, but if they get into a bad position, a lot of times they can get themselves out of it. So self-sufficiency is nice. Now, I normally don't like potion-centered nodes, but because I took a node that my medicine, my potions heal my pets, I also took Ancient Remedy. Your potion fills 40% faster and restores 40 additional health. Bigger boost for my pets. The Chase. Your minions have 30% increased attack speed, cast speed, and movement speed. Couple that with the leeching effect of this node. Yeah, I don't have to heal them too often. Now I took, you and your minions have 40% or 40 additional damage rating. Like Mr. Miyagi says, best defense, no be there. Enough said. Primal Strength. I'm going to put more points on this. I'm going to put my next two into this. Right now it grants 21% increased damage to you and your minions, and grants me 1 strength for every 3 points. It's a nice buff for my character, for me. But, you know, 21% increased damage, it's nothing to bark at. You know, get it? Wolfpack, Bart. I guess I could have said Howl, but it didn't make much sense. Agile Pack. You and your minions have 50% increased dodge rating. So not only have I given them more dodge, but I've given myself and my pets 50% increase in my overall dodge rating. Gotta give a tip of hat to Mr. Miyagi. He knew what he was talking about. So as you can see, I didn't focus on my damage, I focused on my pet's damage. Now, it's not that I didn't take any damage for myself. I was just thinking of the pets first. Okay, in the wolf tree, I did put 1 point in Serrated Edge. I probably didn't need this, but it's there. So the first thing I did was get 350 additional base health to my wolves. So they start out with a larger health pool. I gave them increased regeneration. I gave them additional dodge rating. And then lasting strength. 30% increased cooldown recovery speed, which is fine, so I don't have to summon them hardly ever. Wolves gain 300 additional base health. So basically I've got mini little tanks. I've got a big tank with the bear, but my wolves are mini little tanks all on their own. Now I want to have as many wolves as possible. Adds 2, the pack hunters, adds 2 wolves to your maximum number of wolves. Summon wolf can hold 2 additional charge, and your wolves deal 40% less damage. So I hurt my damage by getting more wolves, but trust me, I buffed beyond that damage. It's fine. Your wolves deal 25% more melee damage, and it multiplies with other bonuses. So that's very nice. On the hunt, I only took 1 point. Wolves gain 10% additional attack speed and movement speed. I was able to take care of that in my own passive tree, but that was kind of an opening salvo that gets me Savage Hunters. Wolves deal 160% more damage, and it multiplies with other bonuses. And I took Legendary Bite, 30% reduced cooldown, so like I said, it takes a long time for the spell to reset so I can summon more wolves. But they deal 60% more damage. Once again, it multiplies with other bonuses. This makes my wolves DPS machine. Alright? And it's not over yet. That's just the beginning. I buff them even more. You'll see in a sec. Fury Elite. Now this is where some of my damage comes in. First off, Pack Leader is a must if you're playing with pets. Summon wolves. That includes the snake. It includes... the only thing that doesn't leap that I know of is the bear. I think everything else will leap with you. I don't know if that's intended or not. I enjoy it. They leap with you. So I jump on something, I can pull most of my pets. It's actually good the bear doesn't, because the bear will stay and tank something, and I can pull my DPS team, the snake and the wolves, to another batch of enemies and dispatch them, and the bear is still just sitting there going, yeah, don't worry about me, I got thick skin. And we'll go over the bear in a second, but he's got thick skin. I did take 2 points in rage. On landing, you get additional attack speed and cast speed for 3 seconds, and I have the 2 that are required for movement speed when you land, which is actually nice. I went up the tree to get acrobatics, which gets me a second charge. And then I also made sure to max out regen stamina. 60% chance for any kill, not just my Fury Leap kills, which always resets, but any kill that happens on the field, mine or the pets, can reset my leap. It doesn't happen as much as at 60%. It should really, I should almost never be without a leap. I think there's something odd there, because I find myself without a leap available way too often, and it shouldn't happen with this node, but So Fury Leap Impact has 40% increased area of effects. Basically, when I land, there's a crater. And then Logan's Wrath, lightning bolts rain down on nearby enemies while you leap, which is actually really cool. They scale with increased spell damage and lightning damage, but not with other nodes on this tree. So I have lightning bolts, they're just kind of weak. I'm okay with that. Lightning strikes 60% faster, and kills with lightning also reset your Fury Leap's cooldown. That's probably the main reason I took this, as another way to reset my leap. I want to be able to leap whenever I want to, and I know part of it is a offensive, but defensively, if I'm in a bad position, I want to be able to swing my mouse over to this far side, hit my leap button, and jump out of trouble. Because the weak, the weakest link of, anything is, that's the whole saying about the weakest link. I am the weakest link. If my pet probably could survive a pack of animals or a pack of mobs attacking them, if I'm in there with them, we die, because I'm gonna die. Trust me, it's all about the pets. I would start singing it's all about the base, but base, pets, it just doesn't mix. So Serpent Strike. The main reason I want Serpent Strike is to have Primal Serpent. Primal Serpent is a pet that is DPS focused, but it does not regen health, and it is unlimited, meaning I'll summon a snake. The snake will stay with me until I log off. Every time I'm attacking with my Serpent Strike, I can resummon that snake. Just because I already have one doesn't mean I can't summon a replacement snake. Now, remember I took that node that heals my pets when I heal myself? It heals my Serpent. So that's very important. I can keep my Serpent up. God, that sounds so bad when I say that. But I can keep my Serpent up if I keep taking potion. So the more I drink, I'm not going to go there. Okay, I'm just going to lean that one off. Calling point. Your hits with Serpent Strike instantly kill enemies that are below a threshold of 24% of their maximum life. I don't think it affects bosses, but it affects everything else that I know of. And it's really nice is your pets are sitting there and getting a pack of mobs low on health, and you come in there with a Serpent Strike. And I don't do a lot of damage, but because of this one node, I can get finishing kills. I can clean out the riffraff after they've done all the hard work. Basically, I'm a glory hog. Now, you gain 20 health on kill with Serpent Strike. Very nice when you have a pack of low-level mobs that are low health already, and then you just call them. It's awesome. Now, over here, it's just to buff, you know, dodge rating for myself when I use Serpent Strike, so I use it all the time to keep that up. Bleeding, a little bit of bleed, some base crit chance, and I can also 20% chance to reduce armor by 40 for 4 seconds on hit. Minor stuff. Okay, the bear. This side over here is DPS focused. All right, and I think this node right here breaks the bear in my opinion, meaning your bear becomes I'm not going to charge into combat. I'm going to sit back here and shoot thorns. The bear's a tank. Let the tank be a tank. Let the bear be a tank. Thick hide, 600 additional health and stun avoidance. Armored bears, 750 additional armor. If I could go 2 more on this, I probably would have, or probably should have, and I'd have a plate mail bear. Claw totems, very nice. Remember I was talking about that totem thing? My bear, when it gets a kill, has a 30% chance to leave a totem there, and it's a melee attack totem, and it scales with your bonuses to minions. So all those bonuses that make my minions attack faster and attack harder and do more damage applies to these claw totems. Primo, that's awesome because a lot of times in the thick of things, the bear is surrounded. So one of these totems come up and everything's taking damage from it. Very nice. Retaliatory thorns. The bear retaliate with thorn burst when they take 75 damage. And then one node, just 1 point in here so that the burst cause bleeding, 25% chance to cause bleeding. And they fly 25% faster and further. Now, I wanted the bear to have some DPS. So forceful swipes, your bear can do swipe with a 5-second cooldown. And then 1 point to increase the melee damage and melee stun chance of that swipe. And then 1 point to have the bear increase swipe cooldown recovery. So they can swipe more often. Now, I went ahead and dropped this up here. I tried Dispersion with this build. It's a good pet, okay? It can heal. It can DPS. I mean, it is a good all-around pet. And maybe I can work it in. I don't want it, okay? I would rather have a different skill here. It doesn't have a skill tree right now. And that is the almighty Summon Fury Totem. Summons a totem that increases the attack and cast speed of all nearby allies. Frenzy totems last 6 seconds. It's a minion and it's considered a buff. It is awesome. It makes me attack faster and it makes all my pets attack faster. I've already increased their attack speed. This does it again. It is flippin' awesome. All right, So I've got everybody summoned. I didn't get any specialty wolves. They're all regular wolves, I think. Yeah, didn't get any named wolves. Let's go ahead and go to the lower district. We're going to do our normal thing. We're going to come here. We're going to kill the main bad. And then we're going to run into the... we'll go to the arena. I basically don't have to do anything. I could just sit back and watch my pets. I mainly attack to keep buffs up and continue summoning serpents. If I want them to attack faster, pop that. I can leap, do some lightning damage, pull my pets to a group that I want them to attack. Drop the totem again. Everybody's attacking faster. I can leap over all the barrels, and that's how I break barrels on this build. Leap in, drop a totem. Everything was dead already, but that's just something that I like to do. So I'm going to wait till my totem's ready. All right, there we go. So I'm going to cast the totem. I'm going to leap. And then we're just going to rip the boss a new one. I'm sorry, was he made of paper? I feel he was made of paper. I think he was made of paper. That was painful. That was painful for any boss. All right, I'm going to go back to the council chambers. For some reason, going to the arena from that room can be problematic. So I try to avoid doing that. Let's go to the arena. Now, I'm currently level 60. So it's going to be, ooh, nasty little spawn. But those things are nasty. My pets are like, yeah, whatever. And like I said, I could sit here and do basically nothing and let my pets do everything. The worst mobs that I have found on this build are the void armors. Look how fast they tear those things apart. You just see that. I mean, they literally melted. I'll heal me and I'll heal my pets. You know, I'm going to stop healing my pets for a little bit. I'll put Fury Totems out. And you can see I've got some stuff going. Now watch all those totems. Not that one. Darn it. I was going to heal the totem too. So let's go ahead and heal everybody. Boom, boom. 2 potions. Everybody's healed. And I normally don't have to do that. I'm not really doing much here. I'm just kind of like letting the pets do their thing. But with all these enemies dying, you'll see what I mean by Fury Leap doesn't reset as often as it should. That's just a feeling. I can't say that's what's happening, but it sure feels that way. Let's leap all the way over here. And leap is awesome. You can really move around really quick. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Taking a hit or two. Those little spiders, they don't look like much, but they can seriously rip you apart. Awesome way of opening chests. Let's get to the next wave. I don't care about loot this run. This is not about the loot. I know, I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's not about the loot. It's about damage, DPS, showing you what the build can do. Ouch! Just run away. The profits are nasty. My pets can handle it and take almost no damage while doing it. I mean, I literally can just stand here and do this. Just run around, let the pets do everything. Because that's these right here. Those void-infused armors, they rip me apart. My pets just stand in there and take it. No problem whatsoever. If I try to jump in and help them, literally jumping in gets me killed. It's so sad. I'm so useless. But, you know, I'm like a general commanding his forces. Keep them close to the totems. Give them substance and health when they need it. Attack here and there to help out. Swing to the back of them. Stick them in the back. I mean, I do poison. And I do some decent damage. It's just not enough to sustain. It really isn't. Now, I could get a better weapon. I didn't really go over gear. And I will in a second. I didn't go over gear because the gear doesn't matter so much. The important thing for me in this build is not the individual pieces of gear, but it's the actual the actual buffs that are on the gear, which I know is always the fact, but sometimes you've got 1 or 2 pieces that are really important, like this weapon does this, but I've put this on it as well. As from what I've done, I don't feel that. So everything is minion focused. Minion health, minion physical damage, minion damage, double damage boost right there, and then a little bit of elemental protection for myself. Minion health regen, my own health regen, and a little poison protection. There's a theme here. Damage over time, physical damage, minion damage, stun chance. Increased minion health, minion dodge rating, a little void protection for myself, a little necrotic protection for myself. And that does flow to your pets. Increased damage over time. The increased stun chance, it just happens to be a nice little bonus there. Increased necrotic damage, 19 dodge rating, 50 increased minion damage, 50% increased minion damage. 1 vitality, 1 agility, dodge rating, increased minion damage. My belt, minion health, increased minion health regen, increased minion health, necrotic protection, increased health for myself. 1 vitality, it's nice, and a little health regen for myself. Increased minion health regen, then protections. Movement speed is the most important thing on your boots. Movement speed, movement speed, movement speed. It's nice that it has minion dodge rating and minion health, but movement speed is more important. Increased damage over time, increased minion health, increased minion damage, increased health regeneration. So basically what I was trying to do is each piece of gear, I wanted to buff my pets as much as possible, and then maybe provide me a little bit of health or a little bit of protection. All right, my protections aren't great. I'm actually best on necrotic. Void is my second, and then elemental, I'm pretty sucky at elemental damage. So fire, cold, and lightning rip me apart. I can improve that with making some other gear choices, but this is just my basic gear. I didn't change anything. When I was building this as I was running through the dungeon, or running to this point, and I stopped before I came in the arena, I'm like, you know, let me toss this shard here. Let me toss that shard there. I changed the weapon because I wanted a better stun weapon, but everything else is the same gear you saw me put together before I entered the arena the first time. Just toss a little bit, you know, 1 node. Oh, that made that better. Or I had an item that had 1 prefix on it, and I went ahead and added 3 that takes care of my pet. So people say in the forums and on the Discord that they feel that the pets are weak, that they can't hold their own. No. The pets of the Beastmaster can definitely hold their own. They are awesome. If you build it correctly and you gear toward minion centric nodes, minion centric buffs. So you're buffing their health, their dodge rating, their actual damage. If you do that, the minions are seriously OP. Watch, I'm just gonna stand away. They rip those things apart. Those things would do so much damage to me, it's not even funny. I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting the minions fight everything. Here's a totem to make you attack faster. Now go kill. And, you know, yeah, they're taking damage. Not a lot, but they're taking some damage. And then I can instantly heal it if I want to. Here's some more. You know, it's just so nice having... They take all the aggro, they take all the damage. They do everything. You don't have to do... On this build, it is a lazy pet build. It really, truly is a lazy pet build. Get away from the damage, get away from the danger. You know, don't let yourself get surrounded or beaten on by void armor. And then you can basically kill anything you want. Now, I am very squishy. So be prepared for that. If you start taking hits, you will go down quickly. And if I'm the only thing DPS something, it's a lost cause. Because I'm not going to kill anything. Well, once in a while, but not much. Alright guys and gals, that's my time for today. I've been Critical. This has been Last Epoch. a build guide for the Pack Alpha build. I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. If you have, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.